Hi, this is Kathy, and this is my introductory video for a YouTube channel that I'm starting. That's just going to be a real informal, like beauty chat type channel, talking about skincare, some makeup, really just kind of anything that I try that's working for me or that I hear is good. And may do a little bit of diet and exercise. That's always been kind of a big passion of mine. But mostly skincare is what has brought me here. I love it. I am not a makeup artist or skincare professional. You can probably tell that you're like, yeah, we know you're not a makeup artist. But yeah, skincare, I love it. Loved it through high school with the sea breeze and the Noxzema. Loved it in college. In my 20s, I did work for a couple of just over the counter, not highly trained, but I worked for Elizabeth Arden, and that was when they released their ceramide capsules, and that was back in, I want to say, 92. It's the first time I'd ever heard of ceramides. So that was a long time ago. That's kind of cutting edge, for just an over-the-counter cosmetic company. Then I went from Elizabeth Arden and worked for Lancome and fell in love with Lancome. Have used it ever since. I worked there for a very short time, but I used Lancome from the time I was 25 until last year, and I just turned 50. And always, felt like it did a pretty good job for me. I loved the way it felt and smelled, and loved their dual finish powder, their Effervescence concealer. It's all good. Mostly their serums. I used, a lot of their serums until last August, and I really was kind of going through I'm going to call it a freak out, because that's exactly what it was. It was a pretty moderate, pretty moderate sized freak out, pretty big, because I was about to turn 50, and it hit me hard. Everybody was like, why are you freaking out? I mean, I started early. Like when I turned 49, I was like, this is it for me. This is my last year in my 40s. And I was on the big countdown. So about August, I started, maybe earlier, I started researching procedures, probably Botox. I can't really remember exactly. And topical things that I could do for my skin. Well, I found Angie with Hot and Flashy pretty quick, and fell in love with her. I mean, she's amazing. Her transformation has been amazing, and she really helped calm me down. Through her, I found Melissa 55, probably doing a search for Obagi, because I also love Obagi now, and also found Mary Ellen over 60. Y'all, those ladies are fabulous. I mean, I was so grateful to find them, and I had no clue that there was this much information out on YouTube. I'm really late to the game. I guess I was, kind of busy raising my family, and I had no clue that all this information was out here. So started listening to those ladies and watching mostly their transformation with skincare. And tretinoin, it really turned me on to tretinoin, watching the changes in their skin. Well, I immediately got on the phone with my dermatologist, made an appointment, got in there, said, can you prescribe me tretinoin? And he said, absolutely, I'll prescribe you tretinoin. And prescribed me 0.05. I used half a tube of it every night. I mean, I went full force. It's kind of what I do. I kind of full steam ahead on stuff, and, pretty aggressive, because I felt like I was starting kind of late. And I just don't do things slow. I mean, I'm like, I'll just go through whatever I need to go through and get to the other side real quick. So I used half a tube of that, called them and said, yeah, bump that up to 0.1. And I've been on 0.1 since September 16th. Really, I would say I do a hybrid of Angie, Melissa, and Mary Ellen. My skincare is kind of a combination of them, leaning mostly towards Melissa, I would say, because I don't use a lot of moisture on my face. But anyway, I started skincare, the tretinoin, threw away all my expensive Lancome serums. That kind of was a little painful, but I was like, nope, I'm using what they use. So I started using what they use in September, August, and then September bumped that tretinoin up. And about December or January, I started getting comments on my skin and people, what are you doing to your skin? And I was so excited. I shared it with my sister who lives in Dallas. I was like, you've got to get on this stuff because I'm seeing some big changes. Well, then other people started making comments and, tell us what you're doing. So I would text them what I'm doing and forward the videos from these YouTube ladies, and I would forward them to my friends and family that wanted to know what I was doing. Well, most of my friends and family work, so even 5 to 10 videos on how to get started with tretinoin is a little overwhelming when you're trying to work and raise a family, and skincare is kind of low down on the list. But I don't want to, not be real informative because I don't want to, say, oh yeah, get on tretinoin and then they have a bad reaction. I don't want to be their doctor. So I was texting and texting, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to just start a YouTube channel and talk about skincare. I mean, I love it. And I have really run out of videos to watch. I've watched all of Hot and Flashy's videos all the way back to the beginning. I've watched all of Melissa's, years of videos. Probably, I'm going to say hundreds. I need more to do with my days, but yeah, probably hundreds. And when I was in my biggest part of my freak out, like last October through December, I turned 50 in December, I would take my phone to bed with me, put a headphone in, turn on one of their videos, and just listen to how they were aging backwards, and it would calm me right down. Now that is sad that I was so obsessed, but it just, for some reason, it was big to me. Turning 50 was just, it just loomed. And so I would do that and listen to and watch the pictures of the transformation of their skin, and it really just, they don't even know how much they helped me. It helped me so much. So anyway, yeah, that really helped. But skincare is not now the only thing I'm doing to my skin. I have discovered in the last couple of months procedures, and I love them. I love them. I will quote my esthetician Marcy, Botox is from Jesus. I love it. I have wanted it for years and kept saying, I'm going to get Botox, I'm going to get Botox, I'm going to get Botox, and never did. Well, started last summer noticing some deeper lines and went in for a consultation with a lady here that's, she's good. She does a lot of people in my town, and went in. She was like, yeah, we could do a conservative amount, and I told her, I don't want my eyebrows to drop because my eyebrows, big area of concern. And I had heard about eyebrow droppage and I did not want any part of that. She's like, yeah, we'll be real conservative. So she was real conservative, just did a little bit under here, a little bit right here so my eyebrows wouldn't drop. And then, some through my forehead, avoiding that triangle where your brows drop. Y'all, they dropped so fast anyway. I don't even, it was horrible. It was horrible. I couldn't put my eyeshadow on good. That probably seems dramatic to call it horrible, but if you've ever had that done, I know that you can sympathize with me or empathize, because it changes your whole face. You don't feel like yourself, don't know how to put your eyeshadow on good. I did watch a lot of good eyeshadow tutorials during that time and learn how to paint on your crease, but yeah, it's horrible. So I was like, I don't know if I'm doing that again. Well, then a friend of mine said, you need to go see Marcy. And she said, Marcy does Botox. She, I don't know if she's good, but she looks good. So she showed me a picture of Marcy, and I was like, yeah, those are the eyebrows I want. And I called Marcy, made an appointment, went in, and she was like, I said, can you help me? My eyebrows they're dropped. Can you lift them back up? And she goes, oh, honey, I don't drop a brow. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm home. I loved her. Marcy, I'm going to share her with y'all. I'm going to vlog some of my procedures because she is Texas fabulous and gorgeous, and y'all love her. And she kind of bumped me back up, but she said, we're going to have to wait a little, for that old Botox to wear off. And we did, and she got my eyebrows up real nice. Now, back in December, I did have another little eyebrow tragedy when I said, well, my eyebrows are up, but um, my eyebrows are up, but I have some lines over here. Can you get rid of them? And she goes, yeah, we'll be real careful and, not lower your eyebrows. So we were so careful. They still dropped. So all through Christmas, um, New Year's, I was like, ugh, they were low again. But she's recently in February, we're headed back the right direction. And to get my brow lift, she does right through here. And I kind of got that from Angie, and a plastic surgeon told me the same thing. To get a good open look, you just go right there. Then some, I think she did a little more here and then here. Now that would be too much for some people, but not me. I like my eyebrows up. I don't want the Spock look. I may have it. I may have the Spock look right now, and y'all are going, yep, you got it. But, I'm happy with it, so don't tell me if I do. So anyway, I have that, and I have a little bit of filler down here, I think. I'm not sure. It's relatively fresh, pretty fresh. It's like a month and a half. But that filler right there on my chin, I've had 3 times since October. It disperses so easily on me, and it's usually my fault. The first time it swelled, and I didn't know it was going to swell that much, and I freaked out in the middle of the night and pushed it out. And when I went back to see Marcy, she was like, where's your filler? I was like, I mashed it out. She had to redo it. Then another time, a couple months ago, I derma rolled one night, just here at home with a 0.5, gone overnight. I went in and I was like, my filler's gone again. She was like, don't touch it. So, but she did say I was the second person that she's heard that from. So that day, she said, you're the second person today that's told me that. It's not supposed to do it, but it does. So if you've experienced that, it's not in your imagination. This last time she put it in a month and a half ago, and it was perfect. I mean, when I washed my face, I was so careful not to press it. When I wipe skin off with my Retin-A, I try not to press. But it's dispersed because I am going through the skin tight laser treatment. And I did one treatment, and they say it's not supposed to disperse. I knew it would, but I wanted it done. And what I'm hoping with that is that I won't need so much filler. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm more conservative. I'm not a real conservative personality. I mean, I'm full steam ahead with my skincare. I'm always trying to get a shed going. Procedures, it just does not bother me. But I would like to put less toxins in my face if I can. So I'm doing a laser, trying to get that, or maybe I don't need so much filler. The only other place that I had filler was in my lips, and I got one vial of, I believe it was Restylane Lift. And I have heard on other YouTube videos, I think Flower Bomb 31 or 33, love her. Love her. If you don't know her, you need to visit her channel. I'm going to link her too because she's hilarious. And she's taken us with her and vlogged her getting her lip injections. And somebody said on YouTube that the first couple of times you get it, it may go away kind of fast. That might not have been Flower Bomb that said that. And it did. It went away really fast on me, and I'm going to get it again. I like a real natural look. This is overlining, so it looks like I have more volume than I do. And I really want more like 1.5 vials. Marcy was like, I'm going to put 1, but you're going to want 2. I mean, she knows me, big hair, big nails, she was like, you're going to want. But I'm real conservative with that because for some reason, I don't care who knows what I have done, but it embarrasses me if somebody was like, did you get your lips done? For some reason, just that one area just embarrasses me. So I want it to look real natural, and I will get it after my laser treatments. So anyway, that is everything I have going on with my face right now. And I'm going to get on here and post skincare videos so you'll know what I do because, again, it's a combination of several people and products. I'm going to get on here and talk about what's working for me. Yeah, I used to have a lot of freckling and discoloration, and every time I would go to a dermatologist, the lady that did my first Botox, they would always say, you need microderm. And now they're like, you don't need anything. And that is tretinoin Obagi Nuderm, and maybe some of the other Timeless products I'm using that I heard about those through Angie and Mary Ellen. So anyway, just going to be full disclosure on this channel and take you with me. I'll learn how to vlog, and I'm going to take you to meet Marcy, and probably will have a friend of mine that sells Rodan Fields, probably bring her on so that you can be informed on it, because it is, I heard, really good. So, yeah, that's what I'm planning. I just think it's important for us to share with each other things that are working for us and not hide it and be embarrassed about it. And so that's what this channel is going to be about. So anyway, don't want it to be too, lengthy on an intro video, but I will post my laser updates. I'm going to have a series on that. I have one video out, and I go for my second treatment tomorrow. And we'll let y'all know how that's going. And I'm also going to do a skincare video, and we'll post my current skincare. So anyway, just looking forward to getting to know everybody. And yeah, I guess that's all I have. And I will talk to you soon. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And I'm going to link those amazing women of YouTube that don't even know what they really did for me. So anyway, I look forward to talking to you again. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.